Thanks for the opportunity, guys. To be honest with you, I think became a little irrelevant because Nuno already gave such a great presentation, and I'm sure you already said everything you want to say. No, it's an absolutely pleasure to be able to work with Olympic Games and OBS and so many other partners here as well. I must say that it's really daunting for us as a company to be able to deliver 3,500 microphones, I think, that we had in Tokyo, and we, plus all the spares and everything else that we take, and it's really difficult to explain in 5 minutes time what we have to do, but it became very clear to me since I started working. I was in Rio in 2016. That was my very first experience with Olympic Games. The demands of live production at this level, the magnitude of everything happening, the fast pace of everything, you literally have no time to fix anything. So the equipment, not only just the microphones, everything just must work. My first experience with Nuno, I was a little bit shocked with the list of demands that he had for us. But I'm give you this, and this is a completely honest figure here. So in Tokyo, we had 3,500 microphones deployed, and we had 4 microphones that were damaged, report damaged back to us. And this is a story of success that we had as a company, working with OBS for such a long time to develop microphones that those microphones are rigged, and although the games takes place in 14 days, some microphones would be rigged for 2 months in advance, and you just left in there, summer and winter, in Tokyo with so much rain, and the microphones they must work. So it's much more than just delivering a degree of quality of each microphone. You really have to tick a lot of boxes as well. So in 2018, after Pyeongchang, Nuno started talking to us about the demand for the plan for OBS to deliver a really interesting project, which is fully immersive for every venue in Tokyo. So, and it was actually Nuno that came up with some ideas using some of the microphones that he was already using. So I think there was one slide that Nuno actually showed this, which is the 4.0 little rig that he came up with. And all we did was just to modify the microphone. He came up with a windshield solution so he could use. So basically two XY stereo microphones with the BP4025, which are the microphones used for near crowd anyway. So consistency is everything. So when you I'm very lucky to be able to go to some of the venues and also some of the studios to have a listen. And you can close your eyes and you can identify which sport you are watching. There is actually being played back. And you have a great degree of consistency as well, because all the microphones that we use, they've been tested over and over again, and we select each microphone very carefully for that end as well. And so in Sochi, after Pyeongchang, when Nuno was presented to us the opportunity to be part of this project and come up with a solution, we as a company, of course, we had experienced and explored immersive audio. But immersive is such a huge word with many interpretations. So we really needed some help to be able to home into what's really immersive and how immersive audio can be used in a live application, especially for sports application. So when Nuno came up to us, he had already at least a process. We went to a process of elimination of, I cannot have this, because there's practicalities in live sports and live broadcast. And we were very lucky to be able to develop the microphone with OBS, with Nuno. The concept, it was Nuno's concept. It was not our concept, to be honest with you, because we had the 32-channel microphone before, which, although it's an amazing concept, but the reality is for live sports application, you need to be fast. it needs to be nimble, it needs to be able to rig, it needs to be weatherproofed, it needs to be affordable, we need to be able to replace the parts very quickly. And the main thing that I'll say the holy grail for us was know the SP. That was the very first thing that Nuno told us. Right? Absolutely know the SP, because we must be agnostic. We have a lexicon of mixing desks, and you know, it would be impossible to be able to accommodate plugins and licenses for everybody. So it needs to be agnostic to a point that if you have an analog desk, you can connect the microphone. You have a 5.1.4 speaker system. It is what you get. And after that, you can do whatever encoding that you are familiar with. So with that, we came up with, so this is the actual little guy. You have a multi-pin limo in the back here. But basically, we explored triple MS, which needed some DSP. We had a spherical, and we ended up with a hedgehog, what we call a supercardioid or hypercardioid solution. And the idea is we really need to take a step back and learn production and learn from especially from guys from OBS. I need to say thanks as well to Carl and NBC as well. They really helped us to test and develop the microphone as well. And to understand that the microphones, it's a combination of things, right? So I love what Heather said, it's a magic microphone, but reality is an aid, is a help to complement all the microphones that I use on the field of play, the near crowd, etc. So we are very pleased with this. If you guys have any technical questions, I need to finish now, otherwise I'll have a hook from Heather taking me off the stage. But if you need some more technical information, please come and see me. We are really happy with this. Olympic Games, Beijing, Tokyo. I think NBC is using some as well. MotoGP and all the events are using this as well. So, but again, if you need some more information, I'll be outside. You can come in and see me. Okay? Thank you.